My name is Esther Vidic, and I'm your designated spiritual life, therapeutic art life, and trauma informed coach. And in this recording, I would like to talk to you about some unpopular truths or unpopular opinions about empowerment. I put together a list of 10 things. So let's dive in, shall we? Number one, empowerment isn't rainbows and unicorns. Empowerment is very much about making informed and educated choices consistently. Empowerment is often making friends with facts and facing ourselves in the process. Of course, when we do these things, we can get to the rainbows and unicorn state, but the path to get there requires us to be honest with ourselves and it requires us to grow big time. Number two, empowered or entitled. Empowerment, self empowerment, as I've said, is very much about facing uncomfortable realizations and making some difficult decisions, even believing that we deserve better than what we have without putting any effort in will lead nowhere. Of course, our belief system programming and inner dialogue has a lot to do with our empowerment process, but we must talk the talk and then we must walk the walk to get there. Number three, self empowerment comes from a place of authenticity and accountability. We must take full responsibility for our lives, for our actions, and our habits. There is no other way. Number four, being the lone wolf isn't necessarily the best thing one can do to get to empowerment. What I mean by this is being a lone wolf, needing no one, can be a trauma response or a trauma adaptation. Seeking help, knowing our limits and areas of improvements are important steps. Seeking help, seeking extra knowledge, and looking into other people's success stories is healthy and useful. In the end, we'll need to make those things our own anyway in order for those to work for us. Number five, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes improvement. Forget about perfection. Instead, focus on making small, persistent changes and improvements. Focus on making better choices and keep yourself, your dreams, your goals in sight. Trust the process. Rome was not built in a day, but it was built every single day. Number six, empowerment is not just for the individual, meaning that empowerment is also for the collective. And yes, we can contribute to the collective's empowerment by working on ourselves. There is no other way. When we walk and when we get ahead on our path, it is important to look back and extend our hand and elevate others. We are all better off when we are all better, when more of us succeeding in life, when more of us can live more empowered, embodied, and connected lives. Number seven, empowerment is powered by self reflection. We must take time to reflect upon our journey. We have to understand our own challenges, biases, and privileges in order to grow in a healthy and sustainable way. Reflecting not in judgment or harsh criticism, but in acceptance and understanding. Number 8, last stop empowerment. End of the line? No, not at all. Because it is a process of growth and learning and improvement. It is ongoing and when done well is very rewarding. But it is in no way the end of the line. Number 9, true empowerment needs no vulgarity, needs no cruelty, and needs no savagery. True empowerment understands suffering, it understands overcoming it, and it understands what it takes to overcome. True empowerment understands healing and understands extending grace. True empowerment might speak words of deeper meaning, or it can even lay down hard facts. But true empowerment speaks without hate, without judgment, and without blame. Number 10, true authentic empowerment knows vulnerability and kindness. Sometimes we need tough love. Sometimes we need to hear hard truths, even. But all this can be delivered with kindness in genuine, deep connection. Being gentle, kind, and vulnerable means that we can make deep and meaningful connections, that we can be there for others, and we also allow others to be there for us. Life is a lonely journey because almost everything that happens really happens inside of us, anyways. And we must fight through the birth canal alone. And no matter what, no matter how many people are in the room, we must take the last breath and we must exhale our last breath alone also. Hard truth, hard truth. So let's do our best in this life to make connections with those who are safe, those who are kind, and the loving in our lives because it is truly empowering. So I hope you found this recording empowering and educational. And if you enjoyed this topic, please remember to like and subscribe and feel free to share. Share this with someone who's also on the empowerment and mindfulness and self development journeys. So I'll leave you with all of this for now, but I hope to see you next time.